Hi Kiwi, here's my best PB with a blind routed any percent speedrun of Doronko Wanko. This is my first time in many years creating a speedrun route solo without any outside input. Also, I am recording this commentary in post. The run was actually recorded on April 5th, but the commentary is a solid 2.5 weeks later. So I am privy to a few new tricks not used in the run. I'm also privy to the fact that upon being satisfied by my PB, I finally looked at speedruns.com and saw that 2 runners were already running and ahead of me by at least 30 seconds. The world record was a minute faster than my best. It was definitely a little disheartening, but I genuinely had a blast coming up with a route and optimizing it. I know I'm technically running a game in New Game Plus, mind you, but at the time I didn't know how to skip the starting cutscene and didn't have the patience to wait a full minute after every reset for a run that takes 3 to 4 minutes. Anyway, enjoy. So starting off, we're going to go running into the kitchen and knock over these cola bottles to activate the sigil, grab some of the green juice, fall down and hit the wine cellar button blind during the cutscene. What I'm trying to do here is cutscene cancel now by activating the sigil at the bottom of the wine cellar floor. And we get it. So now I'm going to go running through here, take out these boxes full of wine bottles to try and get some quick extra money. And then I didn't quite do that so well, so I route in this little corner here to get a little bit extra chaos and money as well. So then we hit this table. I try to get as much damage onto these, and I see that my money's about to tick down, so I run into the office to start shaking on the sigil so that I can get another cutscene skip, and then we get it right here. Now I'm jumping up here to get damage on the computer and the car sketch so that we can get some extra money in the route. I felt that I didn't have enough money, so I did come back here to get the TV and the couches. What I didn't know at the time that I've seen the other runners do is they just stand on the center of this table and shake on everything, and that hits pretty much everything. So in the future, that would be one major optimization for this run. Here's a cute little optimization. By bonking into the wall there, I splash all that goo and get the sigil activated without having to shake it all. Here's another pretty major area for a lot of money routing, and then we get the last sigil over here. Unfortunately, I don't get the cutscene skip here. Ideally, I get the cutscene skip by activating the sigil second, but the money was still ticking down. Here's another area where I can optimize. If I can better control myself during that cutscene, I can get to this fan. We grab the fan, and then I try to get over to that sigil over there and get a cutscene skip. Again, this is another area where that could have been optimized a bit better. Here, I know I blindly go up the stairs and get to the elephant hat. And I end up fixing the train first since I have to run downstairs to get the other train wheel. This is another situation where I now know that they have found a way to skip the train altogether by using the elephant hat. But at the time of this run, I needed the money from exploding the wine cellar, so I didn't have a way of skipping this. I now know that there is a wine cellar skip that lets you kind of enter and blow up the wine cellar from the kitchen. But basically here what I'm trying to do is I land on where that sigil is so that it gets immediately filled. This was the most common place the run failed, was getting down here during if a cutscene started playing or anything that would like change the camera angle. When the camera angle changes, so does your control scheme, and that would really mess me up. Anyway, we're getting back into the kitchen and we're heading upstairs. And here, because I can pretty easily normalize myself into the corner that we see in the far off distance, I can get up the stairs before the cutscene's even over and get up here. Now here's another area I think we can optimize. If I can blow up one of those balls right on the sigil, we might be able to get that sigil activated early. This fan is horrendously inconsistent in terms of how it activates the sigil, and you can see that I'm losing time here because I just can't get it to activate, but I found the most consistent way to get it to activate is rolling on this box. And it finally does activate. I thought the run was dead, but I kept going with it, and it ended up being my PB regardless. And now we're just going to go ahead and make our way downstairs. We're not carrying any paint, so we're depending on the paint from the elephant hat. If you wait a half second, it'll spray a whole bunch in front of you, and then you can roll in it and grab it. And then we're running straight for the cake, and this is the last skip I technically have, and that's to jump on during the cutscene, jump on the seat, and then jump into the cake. So right as the cutscene transitions, we complete the run. But with all that said, Kiwi, that's my best PB for Doronko Wanko. Obviously, there's room for improvement just on this routing alone, but knowing what I know now, the speed run is the world record is sitting at, last I checked, somewhere around 2 minutes and 38 seconds, I believe. So I might try this again down the road, but for now, this was again a speed run that I routed entirely blind, entirely myself, optimized, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It's the first time in a long time I've done that. Not since Mario Sunshine and Sonic Adventure 2 have I done anything of that nature. So it was really satisfying, really fun. I hope you enjoyed watching. Will I upload this to speedrun.com? Probably not, because it's in this awkward nebulous space of is it any percent, is it new game plus? Because I run this in new game, technically it's new game, but I did route it as if it was any percent, obviously. Because I bonked into something during the routing that wouldn't be there if it wasn't for any percent, or if it was any percent, because it's new game plus, I bonked into it. It probably, I wouldn't count it, honestly, so I'm going to accept it as a new game plus run with an any percent routing. With all that said, though, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep, although realistically it's just, what, a 5-minute video, so probably you're watching this awake. Either way, I hope you enjoyed, and maybe you can run this with me sometime. See you in the next one.